Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet a guy who took adversity and used it as his superpower. He believes in relentless perseverance. His journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I'm a big Les Brown fan, and he's famous for saying it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get up. My next guest knows a lot about that. Joe Nyahay is in the studio. He's with LFG Business Group.
That's right.
Very cool. What does LFG stand for?
Let's frickin' go.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
That's right.
Okay, I want people to know a little bit about your background, because you were telling me before the show you had a setback, and it wasn't that long ago.
Yes. So really, my entire career was in marketing and mechanical engineering. I started off as a mechanical engineer, grew from there, and 3 years ago decided to move to Dallas, Texas with my now beautiful wife, Chrissy. And together we wanted to be a part of a strong community of like-minded, hardworking individuals, entrepreneurs that could put our minds together and make something amazing in this country that could impact a lot of people, share the love, and help a lot. Through there, I went and worked for 2 different companies. After my corporate time frame, if you will, it was unfortunate that I left corporate not on my terms. And after leaving corporate not on my terms, I was put in a position where my side business either needed to grow or it was going to fail, and I had to, well, figure something out from there. Figuring it out was something I wasn't willing to fail on. I knew I needed to dig deep. I knew I had a strong support system, and I knew I had my wife cheering me on the side each and every day. So with all those things combined and connecting with the right people in the beautiful city of Dallas, I was able to turn an unfortunate situation into something highly valuable that I'm excited to share with everyone.
Outstanding. We want to pull up your website because I'm really impressed with what you've assembled. Talk to us about LFG and the kinds of clients you like to attract.
Sure. Well, the biggest value in LFG, and what I like to say is everyone who has a business either sells a service, a product, to a B2B or B2C. And the reality is many marketing techniques have passed over the time frame. Every 6 months, marketing changes. AI, for example, has become something wildly valuable and has helped a lot of businesses, but has also put a dent in a lot of businesses and how they're able to perform their outreach to cold leads, let's say, for example. With LinkedIn, Meta, Google, ads, whatever it may be in that realm right there, it's constantly evolving. So what I do is I help businesses understand who is their key client, who do they need to be reaching out to, who they like to reach out to, what are their prime services and values, and what's the story behind their business. If you take 2 photography businesses that are selling on their website, both of them have a different story. Does the customer or prospect at the time know what the story is behind why they do what they do? Maybe it's a family business that's been run for 40 years. Maybe it started from scratch and they're donating to a foundation. Whatever it may be, telling that story and connecting with the audience has become far more important than ever right now.
Okay, Joe, tell us one of your favorite success stories.
Sure. I'd say one of my favorite success stories was I helped a business coach who did a fantastic job in connecting with a lot of people. However, they weren't familiar with digital marketing aspects or even building a sales funnel, if you will. So what I was able to do is help them build a sales funnel, build all the automations in the back end, and help promote them so that way they can connect with far more people that didn't know he existed. And from there, he was able to blossom his business and tremendously grow and share his value to help others.
And do you like to work with small businesses, mid-sized businesses, large
Sure.
businesses?
I think startups are fantastic. I love working with startups. Small, medium business size, I'd say, is fantastic. Typically up to top line $5 million revenue range. However, we could go past there. But I like to niche it down to a point where there's just a few people in the business. I can connect one-on-one with them, come visit them, have a coffee, lunch, and we can really dive deep into what makes their business special.
And I, as a marketing firm, I know what you're going through, because you can have all of the wonderful assets in the world, but if nobody is discovering them, if you don't have a sales process to close the deals, and that's where I see a company like yours can really come in. Let's talk about the sales funnel. How does that work?
Sure. Well, I would say there's a number of different methods that people talk about when it comes to the sales funnel. And I think the method I love using is called the AIDA method, A-I-D-A. And the first A is awareness. How does someone find out about you? Maybe it's an ad, maybe it's a billboard, maybe it's a sign somewhere, maybe it's someone dressed up in a costume outside on the sidewalk. There are many different ways to go about doing that. So awareness. Next step is the I, which is interest. Now that you've turned a cold lead into a kind of warm lead, let's say, show them the interest. What is special about your company? What makes that important? Then there's desire. What is the desire for them to move forward in the conversion process? Show them nurturing stuff. Show them continued value, day after day, email after email, YouTube video after YouTube video, whatever it may be, an educational piece, let's say. Then, of course, the last A is action. So through that entire method, it's going from a absolute cold lead to a converted lead, and then continuing to go through the funnel of seeing value in the company, running upsells, bumps, et cetera.
Yeah, I can see why you're so successful. And another reason you're so successful is your beautiful bride, Chrissy. We've got. I guess this is the photo album off of your engagement or wedding.
This is our engagement photos here.
That's beautiful. Okay, tell us about Chrissy. Why is she your rock? What does she bring?
Well, you got to take my breath away here. She is unlike any person I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm getting emotional just talking about her. She is the best defense attorney in all of Texas. Well, the whole country, but she's barred here in Texas and Pennsylvania. But without question, my day-to-day, when I wake up, what gets me up in the morning and gives me drive to do what I do. And it's seeing the smile on her face, us holding hands together and still sweating in our palms, all of the above. Since day one of us first meeting, I can remember like it was yesterday. It was National Pizza Day, so our wedding had theme around pizza. But otherwise, she is, without question, my strongest support system, and I wouldn't be who I am today without her at my side.
Wow, Joe, I feel the same way about my wife. So, and we both married up. So, so we've got that. We've got that. Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Sure.
Final thoughts. What would you like to leave people with, especially the business owners watching this?
Sure. I'd say so many people get into entrepreneurship and they think, well, I followed a bunch of YouTube videos on how to get started, or maybe I want to do an SMMA agency or whatever it may be, and they get started and it fails. And let's be honest, don't beat yourself up on it. It happens. I've probably had 8 or 9 businesses that I started up on my own thinking, I'm going to make it big. Guess what? It didn't happen. I was able to learn from those. And now looking back, to be able to learn and take that in is wildly valuable and important. But this whole entrepreneurship is a massive roller coaster. Yes, there will be downs. You will get success, but I promise you there will be another down. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I here? I'm helping people. I'd love to continue helping people. And I want to have relentless perseverance to be able to provide value to everyone out there.
Outstanding. Joe, you've been an amazing guest. We're going to end with the website, which is lfgbusinessgroup.com. The great Joe Nyahay. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff. It's an honor and a privilege.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.